Peace on earth. It's a popular phrase this time of year. You read it on Christmas cards and decorations just about everywhere you look. But it's more than just a beautiful statement. It's actually the way things are supposed to be. There's something inside each one of us that tells us that conflict and war and violence isn't what we were created for. But it doesn't change a painful reality that surrounds us. So how do we seek peace on earth? I mean, the truth is we can hardly find a moment of peace in our own daily lives or in our own relationships, even in our own homes. I recently saw a news story about a group that was organizing a protest against violence. At first I thought, well, that's a good idea. Violence is bad. But then I wondered, how does violence know it's being protested? How is violence supposed to know to do something differently? Because violence isn't a person. He doesn't have a street address or an agenda of its own that can be protested. It's not a thing. Violence is a product of an evil heart. It's the outcome of unchecked anger and pride and greed. In fact, I can't think of too many people who support violence. For the most part, even people who kill other people don't do it because they love violence. They do it because satisfying their own desires is more important to them than someone else's life. They do it because their heart's messed up. Don't get me wrong, I completely sympathize with these protesters. They're tired of watching the news and seeing story after story of another person being killed in some terrible way for some pointless reason and feeling powerless to stop it. They just want some outlet to feel like they're doing something about it. But the truth is, the only path to peace runs inside the human heart. There has to be peace on the inside before there will be peace on the outside. A disciple of Jesus named James said this: "Where do you think all these appalling wars and quarrels come from? Do you think they just happen? Think again. They come about because you want your own way and fight for it deep inside yourselves. You lust for what you don't have and you're willing to kill to get it. You want what isn't yours and you'll risk violence to get your hands on it." By the way, James was writing to followers of Christ. He was writing to people just like you and me. And he was telling them that they have to quiet the wars that are waging inside of their own hearts before they can ever hope to see the wars around them cease. We have to realize that if we really long for peace on earth, then we have to start by taking a long, hard look inside of ourselves and being honest about the junk that's in there that keeps working its way out in destructive ways. And by the power of God, we need to root out those selfish desires. And as painful as it may be, it's the only way forward. Do you want peace in your marriage? It starts inside of you. Do you want peace with your children? It starts inside of you. Do you want peace with your coworkers? It starts inside of you. Do you want peace on earth? It starts inside of you.